Z every day or every time he saw him. And I love working in the farm with my dad. I didn't like doing housework. So one day he came out to the field and Dad saw him coming and told me, okay, I want you to just lay down and don't say anything. But when he got out the door, he got out cussing my dad. I raised to the occasion. I put an everlasting down home cussing on him. Okay. And Dad was so upset because back then they were killing black men if they had a lot of property. My dad owned lots of property. And I said, but Dad, you're not any of those things he called you. Okay, but he was still scared. But my mom was not scared. My mom carried a 38 in her bra and a switchblade in her pocket. She didn't play. Okay, and when I say she didn't play, she took care of her 4 children over there and her husband. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you very much. And one final story, because I see something under your hair. Looks like some Greek or German or Spanish or Greek Creole. Or what are those? Explain those acronyms to me.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority. I'm a life member, 50-year life member of this great sorority. And I'd like to say to the other people who are members of the sorority, I respect everybody. Because all of us are out here working hard, doing the same thing, trying to save history. And please do not, and I don't know if anybody out here knows our governor, he will not, and I hope he hears it, you will not ban our books. You will not erase our history. We lived it. It's our history, okay? And we will not allow that. And that's why I am I can't endorse him, but I am semi-reporting David Jolly because I'm trying to build a museum. And he said, you shouldn't be out here hustling money. We got federal money. In 1993, a movie company, multimedia, flew in from California, okay, to get my information, to get my artifacts and my story. They wanted to do a movie, and they said, here is a check for $7,000. And my mom said that when my hair turns black, I will sell you our information. So what they did, they got with John Singleton. They had gotten my information, no contract I signed, because I trust people in the mom too. So they did what they wanted to do with the movie. However, I was very upset. My mom said the best thing that happened from that movie, it let people know it happened, okay? And it let people know that white women lie on black men. And she said this in a movie filled with white people, and they were, and she said, yes, this was in 97, they asked her to be the speaker. She said, yes, not only did they do it back in 1923, she said 1997, and they're still lying on our black men. In a movie theater, complete silence. She was ready. She was so sassy. And she was 95, but talked plenty noise like this young lady does.
Let me say this. You spoke of the Caucasian sheriff in Levy County. So everybody was not bad, everybody was not racist, and we have to tell both sides of the story. Will you agree?
Of course. 4 of the best known white people in Gainesville or Alachua County got my back. Peter was a school teacher, okay? They both survived. She was gang raped, okay? The sheriff rescued her. He was almost beaten to death, and the Levy County Sheriff rescued him. Had it not been for the Levy County Sheriff, many or all of them would have perished because Cedar Key is a peninsula, one way in, one way out, and the only way they could escape was by train from Cedar Key, okay? That we negotiated by the sheriff to please, I need you to help me get